What's going on, guys? Adrian Avina here. I'm going to give you a little recap on Dardanelle. Right here behind me is Tackle Direct. I finally got in town, been on the road for over a month, and I'm actually switching up gears. I got a big shark tournament coming up this weekend. But I'm going to get ahead, I'm going to give you a little recap. I'm going to take you inside the shop. And pretty much all the products that I get and I use all year long come from this place right here. And it's located in New Jersey. They got an awesome online retail. It's called tackledirect.com. And I'm just going to take you inside and let me know what you think. Alright guys, so we just walked to one of the aisles. They have a huge online website and I have a lot of products on there, but the first day I was actually throwing a Z-Man chatterbait. Oh, look who we found right here. We got John Vaughn. He's the sales manager.
Yes.
And also a really big fisherman. He's really been getting into it the last few years. But I was just telling them, on the first day of the tournament, I caught a lot of my fish on a Z-Man chatterbait.
Okay.
And that's probably something you throw around town a lot too.
Definitely, definitely.
And there's something about that Z-Man. It's the original chatterbait. There's a lot of knockoffs, but for whatever reason, that Z-Man chatterbait, for me, it gets a lot of bites. And I was throwing a shad pattern. There was a lot of shad that were spawning. So definitely, if you're trying to match the hatch and really match those small shad, get ahead and throw that Z-Man chatterbait in a white color. And what's your favorite trailer? I know for me, I was throwing a crawl, but I know a lot of people throw a shad type. Or what's your favorite?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I like crawls, but I also sometimes will put a Kitech on there.
Okay.
You know, something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, you really can just do whatever you want with it. For me, whenever I'm fishing a lot of really muddy water, which was we had over at Dardanelle, you need to throw something that gave an extra thump, a little bit more bulk and extra thump. So a lot of times with that, it's actually a crawl trailer because it'll kick a little bit more. It actually displaces a little bit more water. So if you're fishing muddy water, I would get ahead and try the crawl trailer. Maybe if it's a little bit clearer, that's when that shad, boot tail type swim bait works a little bit better. But we're going to get ahead, we're going to move on. And that was my first day. That was what I was using. And then after that, I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to jump into what I was doing on day 2. So on day 2, I only managed 4 bass. And it was one of them things where whenever you have rising water, and it really spreads them fish out, and I wasn't able to catch them, and it was just a really, really tough day. I caught one on a chatterbait early, and then I had to switch to some soft plastics. And for me, I was throwing a Berkeley bottom hopper. I was putting on a light jig head, just a little shaky head on a spinning rod, and I was really focusing on brush piles. And in order to find them brush piles, you really need to focus on your graphs, your Lowrance graphs on the structure scan, and you need to mark them. You need to take long casts. And for me, that was definitely crucial. Whenever I'm really trying to get a bite and I'm really hurting in a tournament, it's hard to beat a spinning rod. And that Berkeley bottom hopper is one of the best baits that I found to throw. So I talked a little bit about using Lowrance graphs. And actually right here behind us, we have a section that has a bunch of different graphs. We have Garmins, we have Raymarines, we have Hummingbirds, we have Simrads, but the Lowrance units are the ones that I use. And this here unit in particular is a unit that I have on my boat. It's a Lowrance HDS Gen 3 Touch, and they're just a great unit. They have really good structural scan, really good down imaging. And whenever you're out there trying to find those isolated brush piles, that's something that you need to have in the boat. But I'm going to get ahead. We're also running a WeGo 20% discount, and it's only through Tackle Direct. And I know I talked about it a lot on my social media, but I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to show you some of the products that they have. And they're actually right here around the corner. And actually, we got somebody right now that's kind of looking at them. Let's see if he has any questions. So have you seen one of these WeGos before?
Yeah, I have. I was just wondering the difference between all of them. Looks like you got a couple smaller ones, and which one could I use to really just, give me a jump start on my boat or my car?
Yeah, I mean the great all-around jump starter is this one actually you have in your hand, and this is the Jump Starter 44, and it's a good all-around. It comes with a great flashlight, awesome jumping capabilities, and also a port that you can also charge some things. And personally, if I had to have one, it would have probably been this one right here. But you can see here below, we also have ones that are a little bit larger, the 66, that can actually jump a diesel motor. But this one here, if you have a gas truck or if you just have a boat, by far, this is the one that I would get. I know Father's Day is coming around the corner, and it sounds like you need it for yourself, but that's also another great Father's Day gift. And it only retails for about $150, so great price point. And it's actually made right here in the U.S.
Awesome. I think I'm going to get it.
Oh, good deal.
Thank you.
Well, nice meeting you. What's your name?
Kyle.
Nice meeting you,
Nice
Kyle.
to meet you.
And I'm going to get ahead. I'm going to walk around the store a little bit more, kind of show you what Tackle Direct is all about. You know, we talked a lot about freshwater fishing, but actually this week I have a shark tournament coming up, so I got to go buy a bunch of shark stuff, and I'm just gonna get ahead. I'm gonna show you a little bit what it has. You know, we have a bunch of trolling stuff. If you look over here, we got a bunch of big topwater plugs and a bunch of different rods and all types of things. And I mean, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do in the fishing industry. Tackle Direct is going to have it, and they have a great online retail. It's tackledirect.com. So if you're looking for anything fishing, make sure you guys check it out.